Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Jan Blake, and this is your Friday Dilemma. Once upon a time in a family, there was a mother, a father, a son, and another son. The first son they called the smart one. The second son they called the fool. But even though he was a fool, he had a way about him. He knew how to use plants to great effect. He knew the use of every berry on every branch, every root in the ground. He may not have been smart in the way they wanted him to be, but he was a smart one in the ways that mattered. The other thing he was skilled at, this one they called the fool, was hunting. He was a sharpshooter. He was a hawk eye. But whenever they went hunting, he and the smart brother, whatever he caught, the smart brother would snatch out of his hands. And when they returned to the house, he would present the meat, or if they went fishing, the fish. He would present that to the mother and the father and say, "Look what I caught." And the brother that everyone called the fool, he would protest. He would say to his mother, "He didn't catch it, I caught it." And the mother would say, I know. But he's your older brother. He would go to the father and he would protest. He would say, "He didn't catch it, I caught it." And the father would say, you're useless. You're the fool of the house. Remember that. You should be grateful that your brother is such a good hunter. And so it went on and on and on. Every time they went hunting, the elder brother would snatch from the younger brother, go home and present it. Sometimes the mother would try and intervene on her younger son's behalf. She would say to her husband and to her elder son, "Why are you so cruel? Why would you deny him the one thing that he is good at? Why would you do that? Why don't you allow him to lay claim to that which he caught?" "Because he didn't," said the older brother. "I caught it. He's a liar. He's a fool as well. What does he know about hunting? What does he know about fishing?" One day, the elder brother and the younger brother, that's the smart one, and the fool went hunting. And yet again, having caught something, the elder brother snatched it out of the hands of the younger brother, the fool, and took it home. The meat was presented to the mother with the same protests. The mother tried to pour water on the situation, cold water on the situation. Nothing helped. When she cooked up that food, the aroma was so delicious that as it entered the nostril of the father and the eldest brother, their bellies began to rumble. "Hurry up," said the husband. "Hurry up, I'm so hungry." "It's coming," she said. "Hurry up," said the brother. "Hurry up, I'm so hungry." "It's coming, my son," she said. The fool, he didn't say a word. Why? Because whenever it was mealtime, they gave him the tiniest amount, even though he had caught the quarry that day. But on this day, when the food was presented to the father and the brother, and when the fool was given the tiniest amount of food, he sat back, he ate what he was given without complaint. He was done with complaining. But he noticed that his father was choking. I don't think they'd heard of the Heimlich in those days. He was choking and choking and choking, and the mother was banging her husband on the back, and she was saying, "What is it? What is it?" And the elder brother was banging his father on the back and saying, "What is it? What is it?" The fool was unconcerned. He sat there and he watched his father choking. He watched his father's face go from a beautiful dark brown to a horrible grey. Now, everybody knew he had the skill to use herbs and roots and berries and leaves. Everybody knew this. So the mother, she went on her knees and she pleaded with the fool. She said, "Please save your father." "Why should I?" he said. "Why should I? When I was hungry, they laughed at me. When I went hunting, they laughed at me. And now you want me to save him? I say no, I say no." The village elders heard the commotion. They came. They said to the fool, "How can you sit there and watch your father die?" And he sang to them the same thing he sang to his mother, the same thing he sang to his brother. He sang it again and again with every single person who came to inquire why he was not helping his father, who was slowly choking, slowly dying, until finally he breathed his last breath. And then everyone turned on the fool. "How could you sit there?" they said. "How could you sit there and watch your father die?" "Hey," he said, "is it any worse than watching me die slowly every single day by refusing to give me something decent to eat? Even when I caught the meat? No. I will not be judged on this. Everybody started to argue about whether it was right or whether it was wrong, or whether he deserved punishment or did not deserve punishment, whether this was some form of justice or it was just murderous intent on the part of the younger brother. But they couldn't come up with a decision. Should he be punished or should he not? So what do you say? Should he be punished or should he not?